So you've placed your offer, you've done all of the research, you've created a good relationship with the sales agent, you feel confident about the amount and terms you've offered to the seller. The sales agent has called you and said, thank you for your offer. The seller would like to discuss your offer further, which means negotiate your offer, is coming to you with a counter offer. And so here I've got counter offer tips, but please don't forget that is also my negotiation scripts. I've got a PDF which you can download, 16 negotiation scripts, which takes you through 16 different scenarios and how to reply to the sales agent with either a firm response, a softer response, a response suggesting an alternative solution, or finally a response that says, yes, I'm in agreement, I will do what the seller wants me to do. And I refer you to those 16 negotiation scripts. They're very helpful. Also, at the end of this workbook for Module 7, there are pages of different responses for things to say to the sales agent if they call you back. Make sure that you familiarize yourself with those. The biggest tip I can give you is if the sales agent calls and says, we'd like to talk about your offer, don't be caught on the hop. Take a deep breath and say, brilliant, I'd love that. Can I call you back within the hour? Or can I call you back in 10 minutes? Because the sales agent is very organized. They know what they're saying. They may have a script in front of them. They've got evidence on supporting their side of the negotiations. Everything's laid out. They're organized in their mind. They're going to call you and you could be at the shops. So take a deep breath and say, that's wonderful. Can I get back to you in 10 minutes? Listen to what they've said, repeat back to them what they said so that you know what they said. And then you could even ask for them to pop it into a text message because you're on the hop, you're at the shops. And as soon as you get back home, give me 20 minutes. I'll be able to call you straight back and discuss it with you because I'm super keen. Let them know you're super keen. More tips. The sales agent may call to say the seller has reviewed your offer and wants to discuss flexibility in some way or another. You need to be ready to react quickly if a sales agent calls to discuss your offer, or you might miss out on the window of opportunity. If you're having your dinner and the phone rings, you don't recognize the number. Oh, I'm in the middle of my dinner. You might say, oh, I'll check it. I'll listen to my voicemail in an hour. It could have been the sales agent and they could have skipped you and moved on to somebody else to negotiate. It is quite crucial. You know, sales agents, if you ring them, they're like hop to trot. They're, as soon as you leave the message, if they're on another call, they're calling you back. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's been 10 minutes. I apologize for that. How can I help you? So be the same. Buyers agents are like that too. You know, we need to be available. The way you respond to a counteroffer depends on the state of the housing market. Is it a seller or a buyer's market? How perfectly the home aligns with your needs and goals and the results of your research. You can respond to the sales agent in these ways: with strategic price increments, a measured increase. If the seller gave feedback suggesting a higher price, you might increase your offer, but don't jump to your maximum unless absolutely necessary. Make a measured increase that shows you're willing to negotiate, but still leaves room for further movement. And of course, like I said, just in the paragraph above, you know, it depends what the market's doing. If the property is overpriced, you might hold firm or make only a small increase. Depends how much you want it. Terms and special conditions. Address seller concerns. If the agent relayed specific concerns from the seller, try to accommodate them if possible. Flexibility can be your greatest asset. Minimize conditions if possible. If your initial offer had multiple conditions, consider the feasibility of removing or relaxing some of them in your second offer. And stand firm on the essentials. Don't compromise on essential conditions such as a building and pest inspection unless you're absolutely comfortable with the risk. Communication and follow-up. Stay in regular contact with the agent. Don't be afraid to ask for an update and express your continued interest. Ask the agent for a timeline for the seller's decision. Keep records of all communication with the agent, including emails, text messages and phone calls, and let them know that you're doing that, kind of in an offhanded way, so that they know you're diligent. Highlight your strengths, be patient but persistent, and then walking away. Set your limits, but even set your limits before you even make your first offer. Determine your walkaway price and any non-negotiable terms.